My name is Annie Bailey, and this is a short presentation about accounting whistleblowers. Case study: Tony Menendez, he fought Halliburton and won. For Dr. David Christensen, Accounting Ethics Seminar, Southern Utah University. Tony Menendez was the former director of Technical Accounting Research and Training Program at the Halliburton when he found out that the company was violating accounting principles by recognizing revenue sooner than they should. The company was recognizing revenue at the moment of sale when they knew that they wouldn't ship the item to the customer for at least 2 to 3 months from the moment of sale, something that Menendez called bill and hold transactions. The IMA has a specific resolution step of how to handle ethical conflicts with a company, and Tony Menendez didn't follow each one of the IMA steps, causing with this a burden and a delay in the prosecution of the case. The first step that he did was sharing his finding with his boss, the CAO of the company, Mark McCone, who at the moment agreed with Menendez's accounting conclusion that the company was recognizing revenue at the moment of sales. Everything was good at this point. So step one, he did it as the IMA will say to do it. But step two is when things get a little bit complicated for Menendez. So because Menendez didn't get the results from management as he wanted, after management review the case, they decide that their revenue recognition was okay and they will continue doing what they were doing. Menendez filed a confidential complaint with the SEC. Instead of basically meeting with an IMI ethics counselor that could advise him about the case and if it was appropriate for him to file a complaint or probably get more evidence. So in my opinion, this is when he made a mistake. But what made this case worse was that the SEC decided not to investigate the case and let the company do their own internal investigation. That, of course, cleared out Halliburton of all wrongdoings. After all the problems that Menendez caused for the company, he was an unwanted person in the company. So the retaliation against Menendez got to a point that he had to leave the company. So after Menendez left the company, he filed an anti-retaliation provision claim called the Sarbanes-Oakley Act. But in September of 2008, an administrative law judge ruled against Menendez and determined that Halliburton didn't retaliate against him. But let's make the assumption that Menendez didn't do what he did and he's going to follow Badaracco's suggestion of how handling ethical issues quietly. So Badaracco has 4 basic rules. He said, put things off to tomorrow, pick your battles, bend the rules, don't break them, find a compromise. So what Badaracco means putting things till tomorrow. So let's say that Menendez got the answer from the manager that they were going to change the way how they recognize revenue. And instead of filing a confidential complaint with the SEC, he decides to wait and do some more research about the case and maybe find out the best solution to solve the problem without going out of the institution. So what Badaracco said when he said pick your battles, even though it doesn't sound too good, you need to know if you're going to win or you're going to lose before you get yourself into a battle. At this point, Menendez knew that he was going to lose the battle. So but not necessarily that means that he was going to lose the war. So At this point, I probably will propose a going forward solution. So we know that it's going to be very hard for a company to go back and restate 7 years of financial statements. But what about just go back 1 year, restate that financial statement, and maybe, just fix the problem going forward? That probably will be my proposal to make the situation better, I guess. But what about bend the rules and don't break them? This is a hard situation for Menendez case unless he accepts the going forward solution. That will be kind of bend the rules, don't break them, even though that is not the most ethic solution. So what Badaracco means when he say finding a compromise, it's basically finding a middle point or negotiation where things can get fixed, where basically nobody gains or loses. So that will be the going forward solution. It's not the best and it's not the most ethical solution, but at the moment will be the best that they can do. So in my personal opinion, I believe that if Menendez wanted to really fix the issue, he could have done it in a different way. I believe he shouldn't have filed the SEE. He shouldn't have filed the SEE complaint. He should have waited to see how things were going to work out and probably find a way to persuade the management to change the way how they were recognizing revenue. So I believe if Badaracco follows, I believe if Menendez followed Badaracco's step, he would have been more effective and he probably could have accomplished his final goal without having to lose his job or going through the 9 years of trial that he went through. I really hope you enjoyed this presentation and I will see you next time. Bye.